Welcome to Greendialer Training. In this lesson, I'm going to explain how your campaign summary works. We are going to cover configuration summary, detailed DB stats, and advanced DB stats. Configuration summary allows you to check all your campaign settings in one area. You can use this to verify correct schedule settings, caller ID, transfer number, and assign lines on a campaign. This is a global area of the account. You can actually just switch your campaigns and take a look at all your different settings on this page. It's just a great way to get a quick overview of your schedule settings, your caller ID, display name, transfer number, assign lines, and your assign dialers. Then we got detailed DB stats. When you click on this link, you're going to be able to choose if you want to switch your campaign. We're just going to stay in the VM transfer to docs, and we can select the time period. I'm going to choose all. And this lets us basically look at the individual uh, detailed DB stats for each type of disposition that we have available. So you can get an idea of how your calls are breaking out, and this can aid you in choosing which call results you want to reset, or it can also help with calculating the success rates of your calls. And the final step that we have, the final link that we have is advanced DB stats. Your advanced database stats are going to give you a few different types of ways of measuring your success. You're going to be able to see what your transfers per 100 answered calls is, which is a commonly used way to figure out the transfer ratio, and your successful transfer ratio. Are your calls failing, or are they all going through properly? If you're running a voicemail campaign, you got a voicemail ratio. How many calls does it take to generate a voicemail? How many live calls? Then you have a completed call ratio. This tells you how many calls are terminating. If you're making 20,000 calls and you're terminating 10,000 calls, that's a 50% completed call ratio. Then you have a bad data ratio. Not all the numbers you call a bad number is the ones that don't complete, but there are a certain percentage that are bad. So this ratio will let you know what percentage of your list has bad data. So we only map certain fields to this actual result, fields that the carrier would consider to be bad. And then we got a completed dialing ratio. This would tell you how much of your list you have completed dialing. So if you have 1,000,000 records and you've dialed 500,000, then you're 50% through your list. And finally, you have your numbers left to dial. And this just lets you know how many records are remaining, which you can also see in your summary page. And this concludes this lesson.